Welcome back. In this video clip, we will look at the quality of service. In the past videos, you have seen several examples how web services can be used to compose new web applications or new web services. This composition has been based on that we can get different type of functionalities from different type of web services. With quality of service, we are essentially discussing that we can get the same kind of functionalities from different sources. Therefore, the quality of service level becomes important in differentiating various web services. A highly cited article has been published in 2004 that discusses web services and their quality of service. We can see the Google Scholar search, and we can see that the number of citations for this 2004 article is currently 3,341. This is one of the most cited articles in the software engineering domain. Here you can see the article. Now let's see if we can make the title understandable. The title is Quality of Service Aware Middleware for Web Service Composition. So, let's look into the first term, QoS, or Quality of Service. Quality of service can mean things like performance, price, or success rate of a particular web service. In other words, we are not talking about the functional attributes of a web service, but rather the quality it offers to its users. The second term in the title is aware. So what the authors are proposing is that something should be aware of the quality of service. This makes very much sense in the web environment, where the execution time of a particular service could change depending, for example, the time of the day. Middleware. This essentially means that they are successfully build an application or a software that combines different web services based on their quality level and operates as a middleman by connecting the different web services together. The last three terms, web service composition, means that web services are composed from different sources and put together to provide something useful, much like in the examples we saw before from YouTube and from my personal problem of replicating the budget to different sources. This work can be motivated by the fact that quality of service will become important when multiple competing web services are available. Then the choice between those web services would be made based on the price or the success rate or the reputation of that web service. So the authors of this paper argue that quality of service modeling is important. In the presence of multiple web services with overlapping or identical functionality, user will discriminate these alternatives based on their quality of service. Quality of service aware composition of web services. With respect to this, the authors state that quality of a service aware approach to service composition maximizes the quality of service of composite service executions by taking into account the constraint and preferences of the user. So in the end, the two things that matter are the user preferences and the overall quality of service provided by the composite web service. The authors also point out that this needs to happen in dynamic environment. So statistically composed approaches are appropriate, as in dynamic environments such as in the web, the performance or pricing of the web services may change. Then this paper gives an example of composite service of travel planner. We can see that this travel planner is composed of several services. We have T1, which is attraction searching web service. We have T2, that is flight ticket booking. We have T3, which is hotel booking. We have T4, that is driving time calculation. We have T5, that is bike rental. And we have T6, that is car rental. The idea is that in the travel planner composite service, all of these services will be used, and some may dynamically be changed. For example, if attraction searching of a particular service provider is no longer satisfactory or available, then it can be dynamically changed to some other attraction searching web service. The same obviously holds for any of the other services, such as the hotel booking or flight ticket booking. Finally, the total quality of service from the composite web service is composed of 5 different things. We have the price, duration, reputation, success rate, and availability of the web services this composite web service is using. Truth to be told, I'm not aware of any of such composite web service that would dynamically configure and change their components or their web services that they are using. However, there are, for example, several hotel booking websites that check several places or several web services for hotel booking to get the best price for a particular hotel, for example. Momondo is one of such services that is currently available. It is characterized in the Wikipedia as a travel fare aggregator and travel fare meta search engine. Basically, it searches from several websites to find the best price for a particular travel. Okay, back to the quality of service. Let's see what kind of examples with respect to quality of service can we find from few very well-known web services or web applications such as Twitter, Google, and Facebook. Okay. From a Facebook, we can see that they report that the platform is healthy since June 23rd. We can see the average API response time in milliseconds has been 110 milliseconds about an hour ago. And we can see how it has been developing past 24 hours. We can also see average API error rate, which is about 1%. And we can also see the variations in the past 24 hours. We can also see average platform webhook delay time. And also that as a history curve for the past 24 hours available. And we can see the 90-day history of the health report. We can see it has been healthy in August, in July. In June there has been some problems. We can see that there is downtime marked in here. So Facebook locking service degraded, which occurred in June 22nd and June 23rd. You can also see that earlier in June, or actually starting from March 28 until June 7, there was some problems with Facebook services. Okay, from Twitter we can see that currently there is partially degraded service. We can see that the most of the services are working okay, but it seems that user stream and site streams and legacy DM endpoints are experiencing degraded performance. And when we scroll down, we can see more information about why the degraded performance level is occurring. Okay, Google Apps has a similar reporting functionality, but it seems that they are currently not experiencing any difficulties. Okay, so what can we learn from this? We can see that the quality of service reports are available online, and if there would be equal web services, we could actually discriminate or choose the correct web service based on, for example, the average API response time or the average API error rate.